Good morning. Welcome to the forecast discussion for Monday, June 19th, 2023. Of course, I'm your meteorologist, Stephen DiMartino. Well, we have an easterly wind in place, and that's a pretty important observation to keep an eye on throughout this upcoming week for a variety of reasons, which we'll talk about this morning. Temperatures will range from the lower to mid 60s over the northern interior, mid to upper 60s in your suburbs, and upper 60s in your urban areas. Now, why is this easterly wind so important? Well, take a look at the upper levels. This is the winds at about 250 millibars, and you can pretty much say the same thing for 500 millibars. And notice we have a northwesterly flow. And this northwesterly flow was a concern because, well, we still have those forest fires kicking up a lot of mess here over portions of Canada. In the last time we've seen this type of pattern, we had a lot of bad smoke and very poor air quality in the region. So what's different now? Because now the air quality is basically good to moderate, and it's going to be bouncing around that region of good to moderate with some haze in the atmosphere throughout most of this week. But what's the main difference? Well, it's the wind components. You see, last time we had winds from the northwest at all levels of the atmosphere. You had complete mixing, and so you were able to basically maximize the amount of smoke transport into the region. This time, you have winds coming from the east from roughly 850 millibars, middle of the atmosphere, down to the surface, and from the northwest, above that. So you get your haze, which you can see very nicely here on the visible satellite picture. So you get this smoky haze with the sun, but it's not as bad down towards the surface because the easterly winds, which you can see the clouds moving in this direction and the smoke moving in this direction, is allowing for that smoke to get mixed out of the atmosphere at the lower levels. So a little bit of good news in that respect. Now, this easterly wind is also going to transport a maritime air mass into the region, which is going to keep us, for the most part, cool, except for today, especially around Philadelphia, where we're going to have temperatures capable of pushing into the 80s and 90s because we have sinking air in place, especially down towards the lower Delaware River Valley, right around southwestern New Jersey and southeastern Pennsylvania and around the Delmarva Peninsula. Those temperatures are really going to be capable of spiking, allowing us to have summer-like temperatures while the coastal plain remains cooler with that easterly wind, transporting an air mass right in from the Atlantic Ocean. When we zoom out on the infrared satellite picture, you can see this whole pattern kind of taking shape a little bit better. This feature down here is with the subtropical jet stream, and it is producing a lot of showers and thunderstorms down towards the southeast. This upper level low is basically going to sit and spin down here, creating a lot of showers and thunderstorms over the southeast. Meanwhile, we're going to continue to have our upper level lows spinning up here. That's going to put us basically trapped in between with a high pressure system to our north here, which is showing up very nicely here on the current radar and surface map from WeatherTap. And what that leads to is winds coming in from the Canadian Maritimes and winds coming in from the Central Atlantic, all coming into our neck of the woods with these little troughs hanging in between. So that's going to open up the potential each day for an isolated shower, but nothing too impressive. It's about a 15-minute shower if you get it. Most locations will just have a mix of sun and clouds. The showers will be capable of a brief heavy downpour, but I wouldn't expect much more than 1/10 of an inch at most if you get hit with one of those showers. Most locations will remain completely dry, as most of your lifting remains down here or up here, so we're kind of caught in between. Enjoy that while it lasts, because it's not going to remain in place as we shift more towards a tropical weather pattern by the time we get to the end of this week. Talking about tropics, let me just bring up real fast. We do have our eyes on a tropical feature out here in the Atlantic. I talk about this a great deal in the premium discussions and also this morning's premium video. So if you're interested in more details on the tropics, definitely check out the premium consulting weather, which is up here, that membership. And also, don't be surprised if we have a tropical depression or storm by the time we get to the middle of the afternoon today. So let's dive into our forecast for today. Mix of sun and clouds, watch out for an isolated shower or two. Temperatures will range quite a bit from the upper 70s to mid 80s over the northern interior, upper 80s to lower 90s in the Delaware River Valley, lower to mid 80s along the coast, and mid 70s to lower 80s on Long Island. Again, that easterly wind creating a very impressive thermal gradient. For tonight into tomorrow, look for a mix of clouds with temperatures falling off into the lower to mid 60s throughout the region. For tomorrow afternoon, mix of sun and clouds again, isolated showers possible. A more stronger easterly wind is going to be in place with temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley, and mid to upper 70s along the coast. And that's generally going to be the theme all the way on through Thursday, with high pressure to our north and a low pressure to our south, a constant easterly wind, with temperatures holding in the mid 50s to lower 60s over the northern interior, lower to mid 60s along the coast, and high temperatures ranging from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley, and lower to mid 70s along the coast. Then things change on Friday. Our trough in the upper levels shifts to our west. And that's important because what that does is transport moisture from the Gulf of Mexico and the Caribbean into our neck of the woods and a much more humid air mass. It also is going to introduce the potential for more scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now again, this looks like a washout when you take a look at this data, but in reality, you have more scattered showers and thunderstorms, and when it comes to convective precipitation, the synoptic models, which this one is, tends to overproduce the precipitation, and basically you get this convective feedback. But basically what you got here is a tropical air mass invading the region via a warm front with scattered showers and thunderstorms. Now you're thinking tropical, you're thinking hot and humid. Not exactly. With the increasing moisture and cloud cover in the region and the potential for showers and thunderstorms, what you end up with is your low temperatures ending up above normal. So low temperatures on Friday will range from the upper 50s to lower 60s. Not too bad, but wait for it. High temperatures will range from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast, and upper 70s to lower 80s in the Delaware River Valley. But on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, you end up with this cold front that's stalled to our west with waves of low pressure, scattered showers and thunderstorms each day, and more moisture in the atmosphere, tropical moisture in the atmosphere. So your low temperatures end up ranging from the mid to upper 60s over the northern interior, upper 60s to lower 70s along the coast. So you definitely have that humid feel to it. High temperatures, though, because of all the scattered showers and thunderstorms, will range from the mid to upper 70s over the northern interior, mid to upper 70s along the coast, and lower to mid 80s in the Delaware River Valley. So rather unsettled period of weather setting up for this weekend and into next week. Again, not everyone's going to see showers and thunderstorms each day, but they're going to be all over the place with this type of weather pattern. And these thunderstorms are going to be capable of producing some very heavy downpours because now you're dealing with a tropical air mass, which means the amount of moisture in the atmosphere is a lot higher. And that's why we have much warmer low temperatures. So a very interesting pattern on the way. We'll be keeping an eye on it and provide more details as we get closer to our more active weather pattern. And one that we actually need, though, because we're kind of running below normal with the rainfall here and it's been causing problems with fire danger. So certainly more rainfall over the region would certainly be a good thing. Have a wonderful day, and as always, stay safe out there.